Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's day went well. Mine was. My days are getting better. Like the more confident I am that the only thing that matters is my proximity uh, to something that is had been out of reach for a long time when I followed when I still had ideals, and there was like a level of innocence. So I get it. Like I know how people that are innocent are going to get preyed on by the corrupt. Um, so, but it's okay because it's better to I don't want to be like that person or that parent to my kids that wants to jade them or whatever. I mean, I know they're going to have their share of bad experiences, and I do my best to um, to praise them, to give them good advice, and to introduce them to God, to Jesus. And that's all I can do because well, I don't want it to backfire on me, but also I trust my kids are very smart, they're good people, and I know they're going to get used and manipulated by our own vice president, our own um, politicians that are going to continue to make it, unfortunately, to the highest position of power, um, because they want to be able to corrupt and extort, basically, um, have some kind of like I don't know how to like the advantage of having a dirty conscience for themselves, but being able to assume a position of it's like like a personality disorder that these politicians get when they're in these positions, and I'm sure they do a lot of very evil things, and I'm sure that they have a lot of ways to justify themselves and etc. But it's yeah, I mean exactly. Like the whole focus isn't Joe Biden or Kamala Harris because they're only like they're the putting the very first example for more of them to come. So more of those people of people that are just going to try and force everybody to to just go along with is definitely in the works. Like nobody has to go along with anybody. We're all like designed in God's image, great responsible adults, and all we need is the best responsible adult to be the best example of that, and be happy doing it, and make everybody proud and look good because that's when everybody would have their back and want to really live under their leadership. And at this point, I think it's obvious, um, and they know that, but they want everybody else to like they're the trashy ones that are projecting their trashiness on other people. Like they think that because they're trash, and I'm telling you, this is not. It's not like restricted to Kamala or Joe Biden. This is like they're just like the people that maybe even wanted to be the didn't even like only went along with it because that's what they're used to doing their whole like political life, and thought that once they were there they could actually make a change, and that's like like naive to like the power. Like how does somebody have that kind of childish mentality and want to be the leader of a nation? Baffling, truly baffling. um so yeah, so they don't matter to me. I mean, and they shouldn't matter to anybody. I mean, they want attention. I'm telling you, like that's what dirty people like to do. Dirty people want to provoke you to go and chase them, to go to get you to stoop to their level. It's like the it's like high school all over again for everybody. And it sucks because people wanted to have like some kind of like a better world outside of high school eventually, but now they're like dragging everybody to like the high school age when there's like these fucking idiot people that want to win things on popularity. And and so, but okay, the happy ending here is this, because me, I'm not gonna get my hands dirty. You know, I'm not gonna stoop low. It's tiring as hell having to struggle with like people always trying to get me to succumb to their lordship. And lord of what? You're like a lord of a heap of feces and crap. And yeah, you know, like people want to make it like come and get me with their stupid comments on TV, especially African American women commentators. It's like, but I am gonna say this: when things happen in and I don't have a problem with with African people or people of color, people of color. Ooh, you're people of color. Like, what's wrong with being from fucking Africa? You're the racist. Anyhow, I'd rock it. I'd fucking rock my fucking black ass skin. But that's just me. Anyway, so yeah, what would happen if this nation had stayed on its course? You didn't have all these, you know, grubby people trying to get like retribution. Like, are you that ignorant? Like, why would you get retribution and not the next person? What are you gonna do? Like, try and punk everybody else later? So you're just becoming a third world country where people don't follow laws and just get punked into believing anything you want. And we're not punks. We're not. Like, most of us, the majority of us, voted for Trump, and we're not punks. We protest stupid. It's done, like done. We don't react to stupid, we protest it. It's like, can't react to you, but I can't protest you because it's my right. Um, so there you have it. Anyhow, we all have um yeah, the invisible enemy, also called stupid. It doesn't know the difference between races or anything like that. So don't even like try and go there. Uh, what was I gonna say? So, oh yeah, I mean, if we had stayed on course and something like what happened in Haiti had happened, and under those conditions and in that prosperous time when people are just like good natured and don't have to um you know, put themselves first, because that's like, if you can't put yourself first, how are you going to be there to help people when you really have to? And that's just, you know, they don't, like most people here, and the way that people are brought up here, it's not to be a martyr, but that's what Satan is doing, right? Satan, I mean, at least to me, at least, like, this is my experience, is oh ho ho, perfect candidate to be a martyr, let's make her into a whore instead. And you know, like, it's like I fit like this perfect you know, circumstances to be like people, like to be like used. And I keep like telling them like to stay away from me because I'll shoot them like in the head. Like, don't. um they probably don't speak English, I don't know. Like, like, I've done everything I can. I don't call attention to myself. I mean, it, and even if I did, who cares? Like, mind your fucking boundaries, you piece of crap. So, and anyhow, um yeah, we would be over there in these places, and giving them aid and helping them rebuild, and not, you know, going over there under the presumption that our situation here is so much better because look at us, we're from the USA. And and now everybody has to have this and that or that. Maybe not everybody cares about materials, and guess what? Maybe Americans can learn from that. Maybe Americans can under like that is a little bit more higher level thinking. So it would just be more about restoring them and making them whole again to what makes them comfortable, and that's what we would be doing. We wouldn't be saying, "All right, come over, guys, like come over." Okay, so anyhow, that's just a difference. But again, that's it's really just the deterioration of leadership. And if California is going to continue to rule, you can expect a lot more of that. um and any Democrat that basically that um campaigned for the 20 for the for the presidential election in 2020, you can pretty much say are pretty much like sellouts. They're like in Joe Biden's pockets for sure. For sure. They're like trash now. Like they're like his whores. Okay, bye. See you later. Um like it's just obvious. And it like I'm not like I don't try and convince anybody or persuade people, but eventually as life happens to people is they start to see and they start to get it. And I'm gonna be like the person that's like there for them. And like it's not just you, trust me, it's not just you. I mean, just like don't do anything stupid, like don't buy into it, don't become them. It's not going to be easy because eventually is you are going to have this like heap of trash that is or the people that want to be like that weight of America. I mean, it's like it's ridiculous, and I mean it's absurd. It's fucking absurd. You're absurd. You're trash, and you're still trying to like. You can't convince me that you're a better person than me. By trying, by like trying to play like you're like squeezing anybody up my ass that is your inferior and wants to follow you and trying to like force me to become that person. It's just not going to happen. But you keep trying because that's what Satan does, and his time is short. He knows that I've been saying this for like 3-4 years or whatever. It's true. So the happy ending is really going to come for people. Just as a reminder, the happy ending is going to come for people that don't buy into this, because the people that hang on to their innocent selves and their true selves are the people that also believe in eternal life, and that are going to carry this world on. Anything that you do here that is a good thing, and that you stand up for your um your belief that the trash and that's trying to like be the weight of the United States over your head, while like everybody else scatters and makes the world worse. It's like you're squeezing, but you're creating like a whole other like open space, like with all your weight on me and on everybody that doesn't agree with that, is never going to succumb to you. You're causing this to yourself, and that's just the way things are going to be. You're just like, the more you do that, because you're retarded, you're like a retard that is just going to do the same thing over and over, and you're just going to create yourself a bigger mess while you become trashier. Okay, so you become trashier. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do about it. I'm saved. I'm saved. I know where I'm going in the afterworld, and I know where you're going to. So that's just plain and simple. The happy ending is for people that believe that anything that they do here is not the end with all. It doesn't finish here. It doesn't end here. It's going to continue on into the next world. And God sees that, and God is the creator of all. And for me, believe me, I've been under the most um like pressure to become a whore, or like become like somebody like unworthy of who I am. And the more I strive and I succeed, and I turn down money, and I turn down materials, and I turn down lordship of me from people. People are not my lords. Okay, the God, the creator, is my lord. And if that's a problem, see, you wouldn't want to be you. It's kind of like, in a very peaceful way. I mean, believe me, very peacefully, and respectfully. So it's not really it's hard, because it's hard for good people. Like for scummy people, like they're okay. They're okay pretending to be like godly people, but they're not. It's harder for good people to say like, oh, but because you want to really be there for God, and you want to make sure, and you want to triple check, and dot your i's and cross your t's. um so that's fine. Either way, I'm always gonna be around people that are a challenge, in the workplace, in my personal life, everywhere. It's like I'm a magnet, and it makes me worthier to God, to not be around people that are always going to agree with me and always just going to make my life easier. And that's what I wanted. So thank you, Satan. We go a long way, me and Satan. Anyhow, uh, the happy ending is just very plain simple. If you believe in a world that is not controlled by people, um, yeah, people are filthy. I'm sorry, but people, can. That's what the whole point of the Bible is we're all sinners, and some people acknowledge it a little bit more than others, and have and develop a bigger treasure in heaven, and have a bigger conscience, and some people don't, and that's just the way it's going to be. And unfortunately, is those people are also going to be prone to taking advantage of. Some of those people are also going to be prone to taking advantage of of the younger people, of the innocent, because they want to live their life through a younger generation, and then they just repeat the same mistakes. And so we'll see. I think, to me, I've made up my mind. I know what I want. I know where to draw my boundaries and where the lines are. And it doesn't, nothing that anybody can do to me is going to change that, or like nobody's going to make me feel less worthy of that. So the happy ending is for good, God loving people that don't believe in trying to stoop to ordinary people, for to be condescending that way, I guess. But seriously, I mean, like, don't give people trash. um just like treat people with respect, like they're adults. You have to have enough faith in people to and be courageous enough to actually do something about it, if that person actually does something to cross you. Again, because of the world that we're living in, and because of the decisions that people have made in their lives as to what their priorities are and which way they're going to go, it is going to start to get worse for people like me, and I'm prepared for it. That's all I'm saying. um I don't do like the whole uh popularity thing. I don't want to. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I would rather criticize. I would rather eventually watch everybody crumble upon God, and know, all right, that was your decision. So And that's going to make me feel good, because you know what that's called? That's called being vindicated. That's called vindication for, for good people that don't need anybody's trash. And I certainly don't need anybody's trash. And can't point any fingers, but I can certainly say our leadership, I can certainly talk about leadership, and the leadership in place right now is definitely trickling down in all the wrong ways. So, but I will always find a way to live, and I don't care to share a Bible quote with you, and I've shared it before, and that's who I am, and that's what I represent. So don't worry about what's happening in your personal life. I don't worry about what's happening in my professional life. People, if people don't want to give you a professional, title or position, don't worry about it. It's not like, that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that you love yourself, and that you are there for yourself, and that you can always move on. So this is not even like, it like, in order to believe that there's going to be an afterlife that is better for you, you also have to be the person that places yourself in that position. So seriously, like, don't sweat the small things. But overlords are gonna try and attack every day, and you just have to hope that you work for good people, and you'll find out eventually. So that's really just the way it is. And again, don't sweat the small stuff. Um, the happy ending is for people that are going to be vindicated. It's going to happen. Satan is really pissed. He's pissed. He wants to, finish God. He wants to finish whatever his plan was, but God's plan is going to conquer. And stupid people are mad. Stupid people are mad because they make stupid decisions, and like, and they should have like their own internal struggle. They shouldn't like punish the rest of us with it. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Um, let's hope that we get better leaders, and that we get that people don't take advantage of that, like the small-minded people, like the street gangs, like want to take advantage of you wherever you are, like, and try and keep you like small-minded like that. It's not about the small-minded, okay? It's about the eternal picture here. And be courageous, be respectful, hold your own, and um, you know be true to you, and period. I mean, it's really, it should be like that, kind of simple, like no personal emotions, things like, I have enough with worrying that people kill Jesus, and that if he was born again, um, this trash would kill him again. That is the only emotional investment I'm gonna make in my life, with my feelings. Everything else is so not personal. So good night, everybody.